Bonjour, Jim.
Bonjour.
I was going through the hardware store last week and I looked at some of these metal spigots. They were $3 a piece.
Yeah.
I turned around and they come out to your sugar bush and you got your knife out and you got some maple. What are you doing?
Well, this isn't maple, actually. I hate to blow your story, but this one isn't. I'm making a tap. I do it the same way every time. I get the same results. So I carve it down like that, and I carve the opposite side.
You've got some 1-gallon plastic milk jugs.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them hanging over here. They're kind of your scout trees.
My barometer trees.
Your barometer trees.
And then this is the second stage.
Ah.
Third stage. Oh, look at the mess you're making.
Jim, we were talking about the greatest complaint the settlers had against the Indians around here. What was that?
Well, it was actually the government farmer who wrote it in a letter to one of his reports to the Department of the Interior. He said we were guilty of excessive visiting.
Well, I guess we've all been sinning. We've been sinning today because we've been visiting pretty seriously here for a while.
Yep.
Your lovely woman brought us some peanut butter with some maple syrup on.
Traditional.
Traditional, right? Right there?
Yeah.
And your sons are helping out. They're getting to work out instead of going to the spa. They're splitting wood.
Yeah.
So this is a family gig, huh?
Yeah, I think it brings the family together. They can't ignore it. They can't ignore it and go about their own business, because if they did, we'd tease them to death about not working at the sugar bush. What, you're letting that old man do all that work? So I can't even carry a pail of sap in the woods anymore. Hey Chris, would you go inside and get my holes? They're behind my chair, leaning up against the wall.
This kettle that we're looking at here.
Okada kick.
How do you say it in Indian?
Okada kick.
Okada kick.
Yeah. Actually, it's the kind with the 3 legs on the bottom.
Yeah. And you're all kind of chic'd out here. You got your cover. You got the frame. You can work out here in the rain. You do you parch out here too in the fall?
Yeah, that's the same place we parch. Use the same kettle.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even rinse it. We just leave it as it is, full of maple sap and syrup. And that gives a little flavor to the manome. And
so we're in a new moon right now.
is that right?
How do you say it in? Or we're close to it, huh?
Ishki gamazige.
Ishti gamazige.
Jesus.
Gizish.
Meaning the month. Why is it named so? Because that is the season when the Ojibwe boil sap.
So now you're gonna drill, huh?
No, I use the same drill bit that I use out in the woods to tap the trees. I made a couple holes in here, and this tells me if it's going to be a good fit, and this one looks good. No place there.
Oh, so that way it fits in the drill hole that you put out in the tree.
Right, it matches the drill hole.
Okay. I wish we could make the smell to the people out there in video land.
Smell-o-vision, yeah. That's the next great step.
We got a lot of smoke today. And later on, Pat, you're going to show me how to make sugar cakes. Cool. You know, when I met you, Jim, you told me that your mom or your grandma would send you a sugar cake every month when you were in a rice paddy outside Da Nang. And you told me earlier she did the same thing when you were in boarding school.
The little sugar cake that she sent was my connection to home. Just taking a little bite of it would bring back all these memories, the heat of the fire, the smell of the wood, boiling the sap, slipping and sliding through the woods, hauling sap. Just that one little bite would bring back all those memories and all the laughter and all the stories that are told around the fire.
Miigwech. This is Nick Vanderpie, Jim Northrup, Pat Northrup, at the Northrup Sugar Bush.
Iski Gumsy Gay Yan. Iski Gumsy Gay Yan. My sugar bush.
For IndianCountryTV.com.